poor eggs. I need to go check on my eggs. I need to go check on my eggs. Oh my God. You. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Luna Gamosi. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. Click on the red button until it turns gray, basically. That's how you know that you actually subscribed. Welcome to this new series in November called A Word. So today I have my friend. I have my friend. She'll introduce herself just now, but this is basically like a first part in a series called A Word for the month of November, and today is going to be a word on the single life in the mid to late 30s and how that basically is. I hear you. Yeah, so basically we're just going to be speaking about a couple of things related to how it's like to just living a single life when you're in your late 30s, things we didn't expect to be in at this particular age. Yeah. But here we are, right? And we're going to talk about it. So we're in a very different kind of vibe. Don't ask us where we are. We have to do a very serious makeshift in order for it to be, this way. But having a little bit of coffee, cheers. While we have this conversation, we needed wine for this conversation.
I feel like we probably decided against it because we made the cry.
Yeah, right? So here we go. Let's start. First, just like an introduction of myself. I've done a get to know me tag before, but people might not know, people who don't like follow me or in my life don't know that I'm 34 years old, so I'm almost 35. Ma'am over here, please introduce your full self. Introduce yourself.
Hey guys, my name is Lucia.
Why are you so soft?
I am.
Outside voice.
So I'm 38 and I've known Lulu for quite a while. We actually met through work a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And
why are you saying couple? It's 11.
That many years ago. And she's seen me through quite a couple of seasons.
Yeah. A couple.
Which are leading to this conversation today.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm 34, she's 38. Yeah, we've been friends for 11 years. We've seen each other through some very hectic periods in our life when it comes to the aspect of like relationships. And getting now to the place where we're actually both single. Yeah. And we've gone through ups and downs of trying to be in relationships, I guess.
Trying being the operative.
Like my voice. Hey, couldn't zama. That's been our life basically. Not even the real deal of things. And I think maybe that's where we should just start off the conversation around how are you navigating now, right? As opposed to the 20s of being single. Yeah. How is it now for you?
Okay. I think being single in your 30s really slaps different.
Wow.
Because 20s was fun times. Everybody was single, we were all trying things out, and like whether they worked or not, it wasn't such a big deal.
Yeah.
But now you're the last of a dying breed. It's insane. I don't know how else to explain it. I honestly, it's rough.
Yeah. The thing, you know what is so crazy? Like, I think for the girlies who, because we need to acknowledge that it's not all the girlies that want to be married in their life. Can we just acknowledge that? Yeah. Many who don't want to, and that's okay. But the girlies who do actually want family, who want to be raising children. Yeah. You sort of feel like what you said the last of the time. Correct. You feel like, I always imagine it like this, right? I imagine it like we are we are all shoes. I think I've explained this to you before. We all like shoes in a shoe shop.
Yeah.
And basically guys come and just grab the shoes that they want.
Yeah.
And then you like this group of people who were just left there in the store.
And also like it sucks because especially if you're now all the shoes that have been fitted on and still left there. Oaks.
No, John.
Yeah.
They fit you. They don't take you home.
They won't take another box in the bag.
Oh my god. Yeah, anyway, so that's literally one aspect of how it actually feels like. It feels like how kanti, what's happening, you know? And the thing is, you also within that go through, it's layered. You go through the rigmarole of, is something wrong with me? Then you sort of you get past that. I think when you're in like early 30s, you're literally not discovering who you are and more secure in it. And I mean, those things still pop up to be like, what is wrong with me? You know, that it's like taking so long.
And I think we also need to just highlight the fact that you and I, in the more recent years, have been taking dating in Christ more seriously, because I think that's another huge aspect as to why like things could also possibly be the way that they are, because I feel like if we were dating as like, you know, in the world,
we'd be married,
life would be very different.
We would have children out of wedlock, correct. Whatever the case may be, but if we did not take what God says seriously, and really wanting to see him manifest himself in the aspect of relationship for us, like then we would be in a completely different story. Like
we would have just completely ran with our will and then not his will. And I think our will always seem the easiest, but at the end of the day sometimes
how are you dealing with it with your friends? So like seeing your friends move into those phases in their lives, but you're still not yet there. Does the aspects of like jealousy come in? Because we're being real here in this video. Hey, this is really 100%. Like it's just about being honest about what you go through emotionally. So how are you navigating it with friends?
I think God has really been gracious to me in terms of sparing me from like jealousy, because all my friends who are in relationships and all sorts of things, they have been so brutally honest about how it is. And like it's always a case of like, it might seem like all rosy, but this is the day-to-day life. Things get mundane, things get boring, things get difficult. Like I yearn for being single again and so I've seen the true reality of it, and I've seen the beauty of it, but together with the not so beautiful, which has made it super real for me. And it also brings me to the point of, even when I pray and I ask God for things, I know exactly what I'm asking for, and I know exactly what I'm getting myself into.
I think that's actually the advantage of being single for much longer, is that you get to witness your friends in it. And not really what you see in the world and the divorce rates, because that's not really like a close-up look into
these
like
are functioning, healthy families that are thriving. They're just honest about what
it is,
and parenting.
And the thing is, I have a lot of friends. I think people have even noticed that if you follow me on Instagram. I have a lot of friends, but I don't have a lot of friends who are married, right? It's really like, it's a handful, it's one handful, right, of people who are married or who are parents, right? But if there's one thing they do is they push the honesty. About this is what this thing actually is. Or these are the conversations, to give you an example, these are the conversations I have with my husband. Or these are the kind of fights I have with my husband. And in my mind I'm like, oh my goodness. Because the thing is, I feel like for me, I'm in a weird catch-22, right? I've been living alone 13 years. It's a long time to come home to an empty house, right? I've been living alone for 13 years. And there's that aspect, and then there's the aspect where you hear about the issues that happen in relationships and marriage, and then you're just like, oh, it's okay, maybe I'll do 15. You know?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. But also at the same time, I'm just like, I'm done, I'm over it now. It's okay. It's really okay. The aloneness thing is okay now.
But I don't know if you remember the conversation I had with you where I said myself and another friend were talking about how we are in a season of where we feel like we are settled in our singleness. As much as we pray for these things, for family, and we pray to God, we're also at a point where it's becoming a thing where, Lord, if it's not really your thing, then I think I'll be okay. Because like you said, I don't know. I don't know, and that's why I'm saying it's a season. Like you don't wake up feeling this way like every single day.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Look, all I can say about this whole vibe of being over 35.
Yeah.
It's like
it is. You and I go through this all the time.
The emotions range.
Yes, we go through, and we're gonna talk just now around the aspect of children and fertility, right?
Yeah.
We go through this all the time where there's a period, Choma, where we're just like, I don't think I want a child no more.
Thank you.
I don't know. Have you seen how much things are right now?
Correct.
Look at the interest rate, Chummy, going up constantly. Like, do we really want to do this to ourselves?
Yes.
It happens, and then next month again, it's like, where's my baby?
You're walking through the discount baby section and you're weeping. Like this is something that used to happen to me. It was the most bizarre thing. But
really?
I think it was just one of those seasons where I felt like this is not the vision I had for myself at that specific age. Because I was so sure that God had put in a heart of family and and all of that, and I wanted kids and whatever, and he was gonna do it. Like tomorrow he was gonna do it. And then the years pile on and you're like, about that thing.
When did you first want to get married? Because for me it was 25, right? Yeah. And I remember, and the reason why I'm saying 25, or maybe even 24, and the reason why I say that is because you'll remember that I didn't have braces before, right? And my teeth were a mess. And I remember getting braces to fix my teeth because I wanted to smile in my wedding pictures. That was the sole reason for me actually fixing my teeth. It was also like for my self-esteem, but I was just like, I'm fixing my teeth because I'm gonna get married soon.
Yes, so
and I wanna smile.
You got to be ready.
I gotta be ready. Fast forward 10 years.
10 years, right?
Fast forward a whole 10 years. That's the scary part.
Yeah.
That's the scary part, is that you think something is here, but it's like, and you don't know and you don't anticipate that, and then you have to go through the emotions of that, of how God, now that my teeth are straight.
Where's the other part of
it's happening?
Yeah.
It's happening. And then I also went through a whole season, you'll remember this as well. Remember the sperm donor season? Were you in my life at the time?
Guys, the amount of research that we've done on some specific things.
Insemination, how much it costs. Like, do I really want to raise a child by myself? I mean, this literally brings us to the conversation with children, right? Because there's things like fertility issues, right? And people talk about a biological clock, but to be honest, for me, you don't have a biological clock if you're fertile.
Correct.
If there's nothing wrong. Happening down there. Like, I don't think you have that issue. I think the issue then becomes, do I want to be an older mother as opposed to a younger mother?
And right? Can I also just say, even with you being okay, like, and fertile and whatever, the older we get, there's other medical issues that we start facing.
Oh yes.
That can actually hinder you from carrying full term, etc., or just having a normal, healthy pregnancy. So the older we're getting, the more challenging it's becoming.
Yes.
And then there's also just that vibe of like, I don't want to be a tired mom. I don't want to be a mom in my 50s.
Yeah.
Like, no offense to anybody who is.
Yeah.
But like, I'm speaking.
Well, I don't want that.
personally,
Sorry, I don't want that.
I know my body,
I don't
and
want
I'm
that.
just like, if I'm tired now, fam,
Ooh.
how am I gonna be at 45?
Ooh.
Like running after a kid? There's no way.
Yeah.
Like, there's absolutely no way.
And now you're at the point where the questions that you ask yourself is, do I have a deadline for myself?
Correct.
Meaning, if I go over 42, I'm only gonna have one.
Yeah.
I don't want any more.
Yeah.
Right? And now you're reducing your number because you're just like, this would have been my last one if it was according to me.
Yes.
Right? But now I'm only on number one. So do I really want to have more? You know? Like, those are the questions that I actually now ask myself is, do I still want to have 3 children as I had wanted? You know?
It's true.
Like, I think that's sort of the difficulty. And I think when you're also a person that deals with like fertility issues and you don't know whether you'll struggle to conceive because of the current fertility issues you're going, you haven't even tried. And the doctor always says that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Always.
You need to try first, then we'll see if this is really going to be a problem. And at that time, you're waiting. What are the difficult parts about? Because in your early 30s, Choma, were you thinking about this? No. No, I wasn't thinking about this at all. I think really when you're younger, you're establishing your career, you're trying to find your feet in terms of that. And sometimes you haven't even yet found your feet when it comes to even that. There's different aspects of life, you know? Sometimes your career is like at a thriving place, sometimes it's just not. And then also the aspect of relationship is not thriving either. Or maybe it is. Some people, the imbalance is there. Like their career doesn't move, but in relationships, they've got like everything that they've ever wanted. And they've got family, etc., etc. So I just think it's different for every single person. But when you're at a place where you feel like it's almost too late, I think that's what's scary. That's where like certain fears like come in. Do you feel like your standards, the standards of the kind of man that you want, have they just increased, or are they down by the riverside, basically?
Where I live for my troubles.
Just you know, I used to have a list.
Yeah.
It's now a top 3. It's now a list of 3. It's a list of 3 things. I swear to God, it's now a list of 3 things. 3. And even that one, Chomi, even those top 3, people say, you're asking for too much.
No, look, I think
like seriously,
early 20s, it was, you know, the list, right? And then early 30s, the list was kind of non-existent for a while. But after scraping at the bottom of the barrel, the list has had to go back up.
Because dating is like ghetto.
Yeah.
Woo!
Cesspool. But anyway.
Guys, there's nothing in the streets, ne? There's absolutely nothing in the streets. That's why it's like I'm highly convinced that only God can be the one to actually say, okay, here.
Yeah,
no,
take.
that's it.
Yeah.
Because there's no ways you are literally sifting through. Okay, hey, that one no, hey, that one no.
We made a perfect example of this, of how like it started, like when it starts on a high note.
Yes.
Like he's got to be a man of God, and then in your 30s it goes to, oh no, he knows God.
Right now.
And then it's back up again because wow, hey.
Because like you're knows God. Which God? Yes, okay. Because you even end up praying to God and saying, Lord, it doesn't matter. Like even if he just, it's okay. Anything.
Talking about this, and we were like, it is so difficult to carry a man spiritually.
Woo!
Because you know, it's we you're supposed to be the head. You're praying over us. And Lord, I pray he encounters you. Njani. This is the person that's supposed to be leading us. But I'm still trying to get him to meet you.
And the thing is, you automatically become the head of the home. When, as a woman,
100%.
You automatically become that because you're the one that's really trying to push a guy to God in prayer, right? And sometimes you're even doing it like by encouraging him or by encouraging him to come to church with you, etc., etc. Because as women, we don't want to be waking up on a Sunday morning and I'm the one pushing this man to come to church. Why? You as a believer, you already know that the gathering of the saints is an important thing, you know? So that means actually that man is not really a believer. Is he really? You know? Because I've heard a lot of people saying, but you can be a believer but never go to church. I don't understand what that means, because that means you're not believing in all of scripture. Right? There's pieces of scripture that you're taking for yourself, and then there's pieces of it that you're just like, this is not for me. And for me, that's not a complete and whole man of God, right? So now we're dealing with the situation of, do you want a half man of God? Half? Where the rest of it you need to pray for, you know, to manifest in him.
But that's the thing, hey,
and that's a lot.
If he's going to be a half, he's going to be a half in so many things.
Even in his parenting.
Yeah.
So, even for your children. Because at the end of the day, your children are still going to make the decision for themselves later on what they want to believe. But for me, as for me in my house, right, you will serve the Lord. Meaning they will be rooted in Christ. They will be one of those kids speaking to their friends about, oh no, I grew up in a Christian home. I want that. I want that. I want my children speaking like that, right? It does not matter well, it does matter as an adult, like what they choose. I mean, obviously it's something I would pray for, that they end up choosing Christ for themselves. But the foundation that I want to lay is a foundation of Christ in my home. So if he hasn't got that, it's a very big problem already. We're in a deficit. We're starting at minus 20. Like, it's problematic for me. So, and then there's the employment issue. Who told me?
Guys.
Mina, what I want to understand is, why do they want to get married? What are you feeding us with?
I don't know.
Because that means that you're actually maybe not even looking for marriage. Because what are you going to feed, in your mind, as an unemployed man, what are you going to feed your children with, right? And I'm not saying that married men don't lose their jobs. They do.
Yes.
Oh, they do.
I was going to highlight that.
Yes, they do.
Life is unpredictable.
It is.
So we're not out here trying to say that things cannot change. For the both of you, actually. But like I think not going in eyes shut, it's not the one.
But the thing is, if you have not yet seen him in a place of like him having the finances, right, in his life, and seeing how he handles money, you know, and seeing also what his attitude towards work is as well. There's a lot of things you need to see from a person who's employed, right? And how they handle things like relationships with colleagues, their boss. That tells a lot about a guy's character, right? You getting into a relationship with someone who's employed and then maybe later becomes unemployed, that's a different story to you going after a guy.
Exactly.
You understand? Like, I feel like that is completely different, because what if he's not employed for 5 years of the whole relationship?
What does that mean for you?
Does that mean you're paying for every date? Does that mean you're paying for every holiday? Does that mean, you are the...
Why do you think you're even going on a date?
But you can. Ones that don't cost money. Or ones that do cost money, but again, you're the one who's taking the money out. And if you decide, but I'm gonna marry this guy, I don't even know where he's getting Lobola money, but anyway, let's say he does Lobola you, does marry you, he does go sign. The everyday, daily, monthly life, who's paying for it? What? I just want to know, is it you? I want to understand what that situation looks like. And I really, if somebody who is like married or was with the person who's unemployed, please do comment and tell us like the situation that you actually went through in your dating and in your marriage when your partner is not working. And that doesn't matter if it's the woman or if it's the man, right? Tell us, how does that work? I want to know how that works.
Because it might just be a thing of we're not understanding.
Yes, we haven't experienced it. Yeah, maybe.
And we only just see the danger.
Yeah, and maybe we're being critical because we just don't know, and we feel like, this would really like burden me, you know. But maybe it's not a burden. Who knows? So people need to tell us: is it a burden? Is it a burden or is it not a burden to be with somebody who's not working? Because we've also talked about the aspect of indoor that earns less than you. And how that could be a difficulty. You understand? Because I think I've experienced it, you've experienced it as well, right? And I would rather have that than have the unemployed.
Yeah, and having to navigate that without overstepping and making, because hey, pride, guys, right, men and pride,
yeah, but the aspect of you earning more than the guy, to be honest, it really all depends on him.
Yes.
How does he feel about it? Does it emasculate him? What kind of things would emasculate him in this situation? You know, so that we can avoid it. You know, I think those are the things for me that I'm trying to like understand if I'm with a person that does earn less than I do. You know, is how does it make him feel? Because I can't change my situation. What do you want me to do? Quit my job just for you?
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't make no sense.
Exactly.
Does that make sense? Yeah, those things for me, they need to be discussed. We need to speak about them, and even in the behavior, the financial behavior we have when we are together.
Yeah.
I need to know when it starts to hurt, when it starts to sting a bit, you know, on his side, even on my side. When things start to sting a bit, like, oh, this woman, she bought this, she bought that, or she went on holiday without me. Abuti. Oh my God. Because yeah, she can afford it, but I can't afford it. Just went on holiday without me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. I think there's one more question that I had, but anyway, I think this is all to say the standards are not by the wayside. They've sort of gotten tighter, but fewer.
Correct.
Meaning the few that we have, it's not negotiable. It is not negotiable at all. It's not. And Mina, as I said, there's 3. And I'm holding on to the 3. Like, Lord.
I mean, guys, we're not looking for perfection.
No.
Like, I'm not perfect. And I don't expect the other person to be. But hey,
Can you just have the basics? And right now in the streets, the basics.
and I always say, like, I could be out here praying for, you know, this kind of a person. But am I also putting in the work to be the person that someone else is praying for?
For sure.
So I'm not laying down all these things and all these requests, but actually not doing the work on myself either. It's a two-way street.
I feel like I'm that person that I'm looking for.
I'm happy for you.
I'm talking about my 3.
Okay.
Show me.
Okay.
Let's just start with the 3.
No, then cool.
The 3 that I'm looking for is the 3 that I am.
That's good.
It's for me the 3 that I am. I'm not even going down a list of things because at the end of the day, a relationship is a mirror.
Of course.
You are going to discover things about you.
Yeah.
And I think also that is how can I say this? That is the hard thing about being single, is that you don't grow as quickly. Because I feel like when you're in a relationship, there's a lot of things you're taught about yourself that need adjusting.
A lot of uncomfortable things.
A lot of uncomfortable things. But when you're alone and you live alone and no one's bothering you, you're not bothering someone, you don't learn.
Things.
And you tend to think that you're actually perfect, actually.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's the opportunity that's lost, essentially, in not being, in an intimate relationship. I think, I guess. Yeah. I have one question, right? And maybe we'll end off here in a very difficult note. Guys, your 30s and that sex drive.
Yeah.
It needs a moment of silence.
Can I just say that it does not get better.
It doesn't.
It does not get better.
It doesn't. If you think you're horny in your 20s, woo! Come here to the 30s, come here. It's worse. It's worse. And you have this thing of your values.
Yes.
You want the celibacy, you want to do right.
Correct.
In being in the Lord, you want to do right.
Yes.
And you,
It's a lot.
the 30s won't allow you. I heard somebody say that the 40s are worse, and I'm just like, what?
No, can I not experience that, please?
No.
Like, it's okay.
No.
I feel like I paid my dues.
That thing.
Yeah,
And
no, it's a lot.
another thing that I always tell God, I'm like, Lord, I can't believe you're wasting my 30s with celibacy.
You know what?
I could be using all of this energy.
It's resorted to me being like how you were in your teens, when you were sitting like watching TV with the parentals, and then like a kissing scene would come on and you'd skip, change the channel, whatever. Like it's become a thing now where you're in your big age, where you're watching stuff. And no one's there to reprimand you or whatever, but you're actively choosing to be like Mamela. Skip. Skip. Because it's like, it's self-preservation. That's all it is now.
And it's so messy. I feel like it's so messy. It's never perfect. It's never perfect, guys. We struggle with it all.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I cannot say that a sexual urge is a problem. It is a natural human thing, right? But I think the biggest thing is like what happens with that urge, right? Do you use it? Do you not use it? It's not a perfect journey. It's not, and I don't want anyone to ever think that it's a perfect journey. Everyone who has ever watched a video on this channel knows how much, I am really so firm in my faith.
Yeah.
But that journey on its own is not easy. And this one, when it comes to sexuality and singleness, it's still hard in the 30s. It's actually a little bit harder.
It's, I think for me the aspect has always been like accountability, because as a grown person, you have all the needs. You're staying by yourself. You're doing your own thing. You could do whatever the heck you want.
You can,
but it's choosing to be accountable to yourself and to others.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually what makes it more difficult. Having all the freedom to do whatever the heck you would like and still choosing
to be like, no, I'm still gonna wait on God. No, I'm not gonna be out here with booty calls or whatever the case may be. No, because I think that another really big thing, and this is like just for me, I just really want my husband. Like even when I have like sexual thoughts, I'm just like, no, I just want my man. Like no, that's the one that I want. Because you've already experienced in your 20s the nonsense. Not the nonsense, that nonsense. Okay? Yeah.
No, it's rough.
It's really difficult. But I just want to encourage all the girlies. Hi girlies. Hi girlies in your late 30s. Okay? God is faithful, He's true. And whatever His plan is, that is the plan that's going to roll out. And there are many, many things in my life that I did not expect to have happened for me. There are many, many things. And even with this, I don't know. It might just be another surprise, you know? Just like so many things that God has surprised me with, you know? This may be another aspect of life where God is just going to be like, surprise! So, we shall see. But I really want to encourage you guys, stay strong. God loves you. And it's hard to get to a place of contentment, you know, because in actual fact, like I feel like we're content with like our way of living. There's just this little part where we just like, oh, I really wish this, you know, this part could happen. But other than that, it's like we're cool. We're not like dying. Yeah. I think this is the whole point. We are not dying.
Life is good. God is faithful.
Yes.
Amazing things are happening around us all the time.
And also in your 30s, guys, you have more money. More money than the 20s.
Yeah.
So you can do more. Like
we're enjoying the season that we're in. Yeah. But we're also continuing to trust God for the other things.
Yeah. I really hope this video encourages the girlies, honestly.
I hope so too.
Because it's not easy.
It's not. But we're out here, there's many of us. And
and we may not be fully 100% happy, but there's a contentment, and I think that's why the two words are different, and they mean different things. Anyway, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
And
Subscribe. Say it again. Subscribe. Yay! Please share a comment on how you feel.
And please encourage us where you can, and where you have wisdom, please do share. Because like we said, a lot of the things we've spoken our hearts and how we feel about situations, but that is not everybody. And like a lot of people are okay with where God has placed them and for the rest of the future, etc. And just share with us how you got to that point.
That would be very, very helpful. Because we're learning every single day in this journey. And we do need the encouragement, guys. It's not easy. It's not easy. You know, the most depressing time in my life is not my birthday, because I actually do enjoy getting older. It is the 31st of December. Hey, nothing depresses me like New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it's a lot.
When I just think about, oh God, here's another year gone by. Oh my God. Oh. And I'm just like, oh my word, my poor eggs. I need to go check on my eggs. I need to go check on my eggs. Oh my God. Anyway. Oh my word. Girlies. We'll see you next time, eh? For another word. Thank you so much for joining.
Cheers.